We're in a new era where celebrity means nothing. Anybody can get it. I don't remember taking any more precaution.
In this new era where anyone can obtain celebrity, I don't recall taking any extra precautions than I usually would. Ice Cube once told me that the key to longevity in hip hop is to be like a chameleon. Wherever you ride or you don't. It will leave your ass. I believe that both of these guys were more significant than Tupac in some way. We're just scratching the surface of this scandal. For years, we've seen Jay Z, Diddy, and R. Kelly as close friends, and this situation feels like a repeat of the R. Kelly saga. Ice Cube recently revealed some major details about how Diddy allegedly forced Jay Z to split from Beyoncé for his wild parties. Hold on to your seats because Ice Cube's revelations are shocking every day. According to Ice Cube, R. Kelly and Jay Z Diddy were part of a dubious clique that covered up each other's transgressions. Jay Z reportedly remained friends with him until the very last minute out of concern that they would reveal his secrets. But it appears that the truth is finally emerging. R. Kelly is in jail, Diddy is inundated with litigation, and there are speculations that Jay Z may be the next to go. Why did Jay Z develop such a deep bond with R. Kelly and Diddy? It's even more intriguing because this entire ordeal not only strained Jay Z and Beyoncé's relationship, but also signaled a turning point for Jay Z. Let's delve into the meaty details and learn the real story behind these partnerships. These are the same persons who are physically listed on the jail labels. What secrets was he so anxious to hide? It appears that Jay Z is in serious trouble as Ice Cube recently disclosed some startling information regarding his relationships with Diddy and R. Kelly. From what Ice Cube knows, Jay Z's career may be in danger of collapsing, and he may even face dire repercussions. These are literally the same people who own the labels on private prisons. According to people close to Ice Cube, he has given authorities this information in an effort to bring down Diddy and Jay Z. And trust me, it's some dark stuff. Lately, Jay Z has been in the news because of all the information that is coming out about Diddy, which has people wondering if Jay Z will be the next victim of the YouTuber storm. Monroe even appears to have inside knowledge of the situation, indicating that the truth of Jay Z's involvement is likely to come to light soon. Storm intimated that Jay Z will be the next to fall from grace after they're through with Diddy, and that certain influential people are planning Diddy's downfall. This process will go on for a while, and once they're through with Diddy, Jay Z will be the next to come under fire following significant documentaries and public humiliation. Jay Z will be revealed next, am I right? Storm brought up allegations that Jay Z has done things in his career that the public would not be pleased to hear about. He also said that people tend to forget about the contentious parts of Jay Z's past, such as how old Foxy Brown was when they were together and his relationship with R. Kelly. These activities were frequently kept under wraps. Because of Jay Z's strong business influence and superb public relations and marketing techniques, Under Wrap Storm made it clear that even with Jay Z and Beyoncé's influence, they are still susceptible in a field where anyone may turn against them. He thinks that Jay Z will be exposed when the time comes. Nothing will be retained. People are beginning to unearth some old dirt on Jay Z. Much of it is related to his relationships with R. Kelly and Diddy. To give you some context, Secret Storm already foretold Diddy's collapse, and he now predicts Jay Z will follow. Jay Z didn't become a big name in music at a young age like many of his peers. Meanwhile, R. Kelly was already a famous R&B artist in the early 1990s, and Diddy was making waves at a major record label eventually. The three of them crossed paths in various situations, leading to collaborations on several projects. It's worth noting that Jay Z and R. Kelly were incredibly close. They weren't just collaborators in the studio, they were friends who attended the same parties, shopped at the same stores, and dated the same girls. Because of this close relationship, many people now believe that Jay Z must have been aware of R. Kelly's notorious behavior and possibly even participated in it. For instance, take the case of Aaliyah. When she met R. Kelly in 1991, she was just 12 years old. Although she was already a talented singer, by 1994, she had released her debut album H. Ain't Nothing But a Number, which was written and produced by R. Kelly. This album became a classic with timeless tracks like Back and Forth and At Your Best You Are Love. However, the album also carried an unsettling message that love transcends age, a sentiment that now raises eyebrows. Given what we know about R. Kelly's history, a witness later testified that began having relations with Aaliyah when she was just 13 in August 1994. When Aaliyah was 15, R. Kelly obtained a forged document stating that she was 18 and secretly married her after allegedly discovering she was pregnant. At the time, R. Kelly was 27. Whether she was actually pregnant and what happened to the pregnancy remains unknown. The marriage was annulled in 1995 because Aaliyah was not legally old enough to marry. Now, Aaliyah's case is the most was publicized, but dozens of other women and girls have come forward with stories about surviving R. Kelly's predatory behavior. When R. Kelly was convicted and sentenced to jail in 2021, many wondered how he managed to get away with his actions for so long. It turns out that he had people who knew what he was doing and either looked the other way or even participated, including NAS claims that Jay Z addressed this topic in a freshly rediscovered interview from Wendy Williams's previous 107.5 FM radio show. Even after learning about R. Kelly's twisted interest in young girls, Jay Z persisted in working with him. Nas said, "You can't me J girl come in the studio, and you can't me that he had never southeast come in the vicinity." However, I think that anyone who has worked with him and been in his sphere of influence has witnessed it happen. If you thought that was the end of it, you're going to be shocked to learn that Jay Z remained interested in Aaliyah, even after learning everything about her abuse. Jay Z even made an attempt to date her while she was with his friend Dame Dash. Aaliyah told Jay Z that she didn't feel the same way about him, so he tried to sabotage Dame's career. This was a major betrayal because Dame and Jay had been close for a long time, back when Jay Z was still a struggling artist selling his records from studio to studio with no one willing to sign him. Jay Z would send her flowers, court her, take her out on dates, the whole shebang. The relationship between Dame Dash and Jay Z soured when Jay became interested in Aaliyah, despite Dame's investment of time and money to form Rockefeller Records with him. This gave Jay Z the leverage to secure a distribution deal with Def Jam in 1997, which enabled him to start working with other well-known artists like Diddy Ski and EJ Premier. When Jaguar Wright once discussed how Jay had deceived Dame due to his self-centered intentions, she replied, "I believe that everyone knows." C. Carter is aware that he will manipulate anyone in a relationship for the sake of money. Just look at what he did to Dame. If you wanted to leave your partner or your friend, you shouldn't have done it the way he did. Perhaps the girl didn't want you. However, that wasn't even the worst part. In February